Okay, I'll go back to my normal voice. So, thank you guys again for tuning in. I'm going to do a little year in review because it's been a crazy year. I hadn't even started this channel yet at this point last year, and we're cruising right on to 200,000 subscribers. Holy smokes, that's awesome. So thank you guys again for watching, for liking and subscribing, and for sharing this content. Maybe I've had a little too much caffeine today, but you know what? That's beside the point. We're going to do a little year in review. We're going to talk about some of my favorite builds, some of my favorite episodes, and then we're going to look towards 2022 and what's in store for PSR in the future. So stick around. We're going to get right to it. But first, I must say, gotta thank KAK Industry. KAK Industry is the exclusive channel sponsor for PSR. Holy smokes. Yes, KAK, that's pronounced K-A-K, not CAC. In Dutch, that's a bad word. Okay, we get it, but it's KAK, and they are the exclusive distributor of the Shockwave Blade Pistol Stabilizer. Let's give them a round of applause, because they like the 3D printing, y'all.
Okay.
Before we get to the video, I have to make an announcement, and I am extremely excited about this. I am now offering merch.
Yes.
I have partnered with a company called Bad Attitude Department. Check them out. They are great. They do custom engraving stuff. They have t-shirts for sale. They are awesome. But also, holy shit, it's been forever and I haven't put any merch out. It's time to drop the merch. It's time for the PSR merch. And it is on the way. I will put a link in the description and in the comments to that merch. And you can go and get yourself a few different things. One being a special keychain. Yes, this is a keychain that is modeled after the side of an M16. And we've got our print, shoot, repeat logos on there. There's a third hole there. Now you're probably saying, oh my god, it's a machine gun. With the ATF machine gun. No, it's not a machine gun, okay? Also, we're gonna do shirts. Yes, t-shirts are coming. They're on the way. I will show you some of the designs. Holy shit, are you ready? Let's fucking go. And we got stickers, okay? Just check out that link. You will not be disappointed. All right, moving on. I started this channel on January 28th, 2021, and I uploaded my very first video. If you've watched my channel since the very beginning, shouts out to you. If you saw, this was the first video you saw, you are a OG viewer and supporter. So, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's go.
Moving forward, that was the first Glock. I sanded that thing down so much. There was under extrusion on the frame. I printed rails down, which was a pain in the ass. I had to clean that shit out. It took 2 hours. But you know what? I was proud of what I made. And that's the most important thing. I was excited. Couldn't wait to do another one. So, given that that was the case, I decided the next thing I wanted to do was a CZAR, one of the coolest 3D printed guns to date that I've made. So I will pick it up right now because I got it right here. This is the CZAR. I think, you know what, this may take the cake as my favorite 3D printed gun, but with updated features like this very cyberpunk handguard that I've made all year. It is just such a cool looking firearm. The upward ejection of the 32 ACP is just, it's cinematic. It's glory, and it just took so long for me to iron out the details because these mags are very hit or miss. I could not get any other mags to fit, so even the 20s, so this doesn't even fit in there. It's just aesthetic, so each mag is different. This is the mag that I filed the mag well around, and I was able to finally get it to work so it clicks in there nice. I put some goon tape on here, on the mag, and it just looks cool. So I just want to say this is one of my favorite 3D printed guns, maybe the VZ61 Redux. Ivan the Troll again on the design on this. One of the coolest guns, one of my favorites. Next, I decided I wanted to get into building the Scorpion Evo, but I had to buy an OEM Evo in order to source parts for this build. So I will pick out my OEM Evo because I don't have the printed Evo anymore. I am so sorry. I put back together my OEM Evo. So let's look at the OEM Scorpion. Where did I put that thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. So here we are with the OEM Evo and a folding brace on the back. So this Evo, one of my favorite firearms that I own. You know, it's not a printed one, but basically the printed one mimics the OEM one in many ways in that it has two halves and you bolt them together. It's very simple. It's by Aussie. I think probably a lot of you maybe found me through that video, riding around with the Draco, as they say. Ride around town with the Draco. D-R-A-C-O. That's one of my favorite builds. If you haven't watched the video, watch that video. That was so much fun. I hope in the future, I hope in 2022, there may be some promising developments with this platform. I think Aves Rails is working on a aftermarket bolt, and another manufacturer as well. They are working on manufacturing aftermarket bolts because bolts are very hard to find, and so are barrels for these, but barrels are a little bit less hard to find, but it's really hard to find the bolts. You basically just can only get them from CZ. So that's an example of the 3D printing community stepping up and manufacturing some parts for these really neat little 9mm carbines. Okay, moving forward. Another one of my favorite builds this year was the bubble gun. It's a pink 22. Here she is, based on the CMMG kit that you can get for an AR, basically a conversion kit, but this was a dedicated one. And I'm sorry if the exposure is a little bit much, but yes, this is one of my favorite 3D printed guns that I did this year, just because it's all printed. The barrel's not printed, but the upper and the lower, and you can print a mag for it, but this is just a normal CMMG mag. And I just really, really, really enjoyed shooting this thing.
Yes, sir.
It's very light. It's a 22. It's super fun. It's a pistol. We got a KAK flash can on the front, not a suppressor, but 22s are very fun to shoot suppressed. This is one of my favorite videos. If you haven't watched it, watch this video. While you guys are watching, what is your favorite video? Comment what your favorite video was, how you found me, maybe what was the first content that you saw of mine. Just let me know. It's cool to know these things. So anyway, moving forward, we have the Glocks. Sometimes I pull my shots as well, low and left with the Glock. So I know that I mentioned the first one I did was a Glock, but I've also done more Glocks, and I've done experimental filament Glocks. I did a glass-filled nylon Glock that lasted about 40 rounds before cracking. I never posted that episode because the audio was just trash. So I've got the lav mic now. Hopefully I'm coming in a little bit clearer than some of my earlier videos. Oh, shit. I want to mention also, too, a shout out to Ivan the Troll. This year was a big year for 3D printed Glocks. Came out with the version 2s of the 19 and the 17 called DD 17.2 and 19.2. Moving on. One of my favorite videos I did this year was a recent one, and that was the U-Bar video. I had so much fun shooting that. Visited Vin. We put in the wide open trigger in there and the force reset mechanism and all that. That was just so much fun. I just wanted to mention that. That was probably the most fun I had shooting and putting it together a video and editing a video I've done maybe all year. I hope to try the FRT15 as well and do a comparison. And I also want to try the Graves Art as well. Hopefully we can do another deeper video into the U-Bar and some more force reset triggers because it's just fun. It's expensive, but it's fun. All right, next I want to talk about some exciting stuff that's going to happen hopefully in the future. I've got some plans and some things I want to do this year for sure, some goals. I think the thing I've been waiting to do for a long time is build a Plastikov. The Plastikov is a 3D printed AKM receiver, and I really want to do this. The parts kits are a little pricey. They're anywhere between $600 to $800 depending on how nice of one you get. I really, really, really want to do this build. Designed by Ivan the Troll. There may be a V3 coming soon, but boy, oh boy. The plastic off is just awesome. What else am I looking forward to? Well, this isn't necessarily printed, but it's also something that could be printed, I assume. So there's the Grand Power Strybog. I don't know if you've seen this. I've been posting on my Instagram before all of them got deleted, but the JTAC Industries bullpup lower for the Grand Power Strybog is something I really want to try. So here's a Grand Power Strybog, one of my favorites. Look at that bolt catch. It's a sweet gun, but there is a bullpup kit for this that takes Scorpion mags, and I really want to try it from JTAC Industries. It's not printed, but it's just a funky gun. Ridiculous, but I really want to try it, and that hopefully is coming out soon, but imagine if we could have a 3D printed version. Even though the lower is not the regulated part in this instance, you can't say that would not be pretty fun and ridiculous. I like ridiculous shit, if you haven't noticed. Yes. Another really exciting project is the Set Me See project. There are two going on, one by Ivan the Troll, the other by Are We Cool Yet? Aussie. It's been a hot bit of contention in the community between different designers. We're not going to get into that because that's fucking stupid, and we all like printing guns, and I don't understand why beef even exists. It's just ridiculous. But I would love to try either one of those. I do have a parts kit, so I really want to try the Set Me. It just looks like a fun gun. 308, printed upper. Oh, a lot of you probably are like, what the fuck? That sounds terrifying. It's been in beta for a long time, and I think it's about to come out pretty soon, hopefully. Anyway, moving on, another thing I'm really looking forward to is the 3D printed UMP45. So I bought a kit, and it was not cheap. It was about $850. They're not cheap, okay? If you want to get into the HK game, you've got to pay, daddy.
I'm not a little cheap little slut. I'm a high-class whore.
I want only the best HK products, all right? So I went and bought a parts kit for the UMP45. Unfortunately, I was supposed to build it in this shed. However, my printer never arrived, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it for a little bit. So you need a 400Z height printer in order to print this design. It's designed by MPR Tech on Twitter. He's got this design. It's crazy. UMP45. Like, I want one. I've wanted one so bad. It's so hard to get one. So if you can get one, print one for your own for 800 beans, come on. That's pretty good. To get a USC, which is like the lame version that HK makes, they're like, I don't know, what, like $1,800 or something? And then you have to go get it converted by Tommy Belt, and then it's a whole thing. It costs probably, I don't know, a couple grand in order to actually get a real UMP kind of clone, so we can print it for like $850. That's pretty fucking awesome. Yeah? All right, moving forward, there's also a MP5 in the works, and I don't know if you've seen this on Twitter or not, but yes, Ivan is developing an MP5, and I'm sure it will be in beta soon, and I'm extremely excited to try the MP5. It's hopefully 2022 is the year of 3D printed HK products. I need to do the slap. Slap me harder, daddy. I want an HK slap. Yeah. Anyway, another thing that I've been working on while I'm here is I built a Hoffman Tactical LR308 lower. Here she is. I did test it so far. It ran pretty well for the first couple mags, and then I ran into some feeding issues. It may have to do with the upper and not this, because I kept shooting it with this and my Aero M5 lower, and I was experiencing the same feeding issues on both lowers, so I don't think it has to do with the printed lower, but this is coming. I will show some footage of this right now. All right, moving on. Hopefully I can get this FGC9 running well. I also went out and tested this a couple days ago, and I ran into the same unfortunate issue of it having a hard time seating about 1 round every mag. I think it has to do with the inside of that barrel being very, very tight tolerance. I need to remove a little tiny bit of that first part of the barrel so that the casing and the bullet can fit in there properly. I think that's been the issue this whole time. But that's where the FGC9,
Get out of the kitchen and make me some porridge.
so those are some of the projects I'm really looking forward to. There's more videos coming out from my time hanging with Vin and testing out his collection. We got high power and a couple other ones that are really exciting. So I can't wait to show you those videos. Those will be coming out within the next couple weeks. But as we move on into the new year, into 2022, I wanted to take the time out to just reflect and look back on what a year it has been in the world of PSR and printed firearms in general. It's been so exciting, and holy smokes, we're going straight to 2022 and we are printing and shooting and repeating. And that's all I got for today. Hopefully I'm not zucked by the time you see me again, but who knows? They keep moving me around to different sheds. I may get moved to the basement soon. All right, thank you, comrades. Print, shoot, repeat, out. Want to thank. Okay. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Print, Shoot, Repeat. Oh, snap. Yes, I'm back. What's going on, everyone? Hello. Привет. Привет. Welcome back to another episode of Print, Shoot, Repeat. Oh, there's a squeak for the day. Hopefully we get another one too. Squeak, squeak. Hi, welcome back. I'm in my freaking dungeon right here. I'm in my fucking dungeon, bitch. Okay. Hello, welcome back to another episode. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Print, Shoot, Repeat.